Within today's society, human demand is ever increasing. With this demand comes copious amounts of waste. Waste is created from almost every human action, from having lunch or doing the dishes, all the way to the production of new infrastructure. Even though it may seem like you only produce a small amount of waste, many products used in everyday life are either poisonous to the environment or are simply non biodegradable. One such example was outlined in a New York Times article earlier this year, written by Tracy Richker. Is that food to go? It may not be in plastic much longer. The article is based in Tasmania, Australia, more specifically, Hobart. Tracy uses reliable references such as professors from the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology and quotes from multiple government officials to support her article. Due to the multiple references given throughout and the lack of unreferenced sources, this gives the article a higher credibility than most newspaper reports in this field. In saying this, there is evidence of bias as there was only the one viewpoint explored and it was only done in a small section of the world. There were also a few facts thrown in without reference designed to shock the reader. Tracy's claims, though well researched, still only consider a small scale. The article touches on a much larger issue of proper waste management, specifically solid waste management. An article written by Arlo Kay published in PNAS, an American funded collection of scientific articles, found that approximately 5 to 13 million tons of plastic is making its way back into waterways each year. Randall Environmental Consulting was funded by the Australian Government to produce statistics on Australia's waste generation and resource recovery between 2010 and 2011. The image, previously seen on screen and currently here, is from that report. Though it was recorded a few years back now, not only does it represent a majority of the other forms of waste, it also shows a percentage yield recycled.
So what is already being implemented to stop waste such as plastics and poisonous construction materials such as asbestos from entering our ecosystem? Well, of current, the most widely used way is landfill. But why not? Landfills can be remote and usually utilize already damaged land such as from mining. The landfill behind me is used to remove non-recyclable construction material. It was originally about 150 metres deep, today it is about 80. Landfills just like these are being filled up worldwide.
Though I cannot state the source, the factory on site at this landfill has an approximate 50% recycle rate. This is an increase from the data presented in Randall Environmental Consulting's report. So, with two sides, one showing that recycling is increasing over the past few decades, and the other saying that there's simply not enough recycling being done, it was right.
We are lucky enough to have Josh Frydenberg, the current Minister for the Environment and Energy. Minister?
Thank you. From the article I wrote from April this year, consumers waste 20% of the food they buy, which leaves more than 4 million tonnes, which ends up in landfill each year. This is why the Turnbull government is committed to developing a national food waste strategy to halve the lead waste by 2030.
Thank you, Minister.
There is no doubt rubbish is big business, and industries are utilising the excess. It is a great bonus that it is helping the environment. Factories just like these over time have greatly improved their waste disposal and, more importantly, their waste per capita recycled. Now, imagine this scale with organic waste. Similar reports from articles within Science of the Total Environment outline that approximately 51% of municipal waste, which is basically non-construction waste, is being recovered from this, either recycled or placed in similar landfills. From my research, I found that both sides of this argument are correct. The map on screen produced by the FAO shows the amount of food lost from production against discarded, and as shown by Randall Environmental Consulting and Yardley V and Associates, approximately 50% of this is being recycled. Many sources show that industries are recycling as much as current technologies allow. It is just not enough to keep up with human consumption. When I first started this report, I believed that there was simply not enough money placed into recycling, though through my first-hand experience and comparing against statistics, my view has changed. It is shocking to hear from our Environment and Energy Minister that in 2017 they are still undecided on an effective solid waste plan, especially when data relating to the negative effects of solid waste have been collected from decades earlier. Whether it is recycling, in landfill, or as an alternative source of energy, yes, that could be a thing. There needs to be a clearer solid waste plan. Or articles just like Tracy's will continue to pop up outlining the negative effects of human waste on the earth. Thank you.